Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Madgod Machinations. I am of course the Madgod, and today we're going to start off a new game called Stellaris. Now those who are familiar with my channel, of course you'll remember me playing CK2, and this is from the same guys who made it, Paradox Interactive. So they've essentially taken the 4X genre and they've gone into space. Yay, space. So, well I'm not, yeah, that's a good way to sort of, I think, I've probably said it wrong, and I apologise for that. But yes, we are going to space ladies and gentlemen. Unlike normal times when I start a new game, often I will do it blind on the channel. I have decided instead to play a few games. So I created a couple little empires, and I don't know how he got hair, but suddenly that guy's got hair. He's called Madgod, bit weird looking, and yeah. So I had a bit of a little bit of a play around, but today we're going to create a new empire, ladies and gentlemen, just for this. I did actually set my timer this time. Yay! I am trying to be organised. So what's really cool about this game is you can design your own empire. They give us obviously a bunch of sort of pre-built people, which is kind of cool. I've actually ran into a few of these people before. These guys I've ran into in a playthrough. These guys I ran into a playthrough. They weren't, I can't remember if they were dicks to me or not. Might have been. Someone who looked a lot like that, I had to go fuck. I actually had to go to war, and it was hilarious. And I smashed the fuckers. Trust me on this. So they did give some like sort of pre-built people, but the idea is to create your own, which is really cool. So we have all the different sort of selections, so we can decide what they look like, if they're going to be, what species they're going to be. They could be like this giant mushroom, which I know a lot of people have used. I've seen Pyrian Flax, and I think Roomba, maybe? There's been a lot of mushroom people going around. There's molluscoids, anthropods, if you want to be something a bit different, avians, if you want to fly like a pretty bird, reptilians, always fun for the whole family, and mammalians, which, mammalians? Mammals. So we are going to be human for this. We start in a nice little continental world. There we go. The name. And I only think it's right that we take the Irish to space. We are going to be the Irish people in space. So, the name of our species is going to be Irish. Plural will be Irish, and the adjective will be Irish. So, there we go. It is. We can also decide the names of like how naming in our society works. So like reptilian could be called Clagif Rakax, Clandrax Rakax. Yeah. So we'll probably go for mammalian. There's a good few though. There's 5 different options. So we got Mergcap, Pericnic, Mergpock, Mono. I don't know how the fuck they come up with this shit, but some of them do make a lot more sense, like Task Force Campus. That's a bit more sane. This looks a bit wrong though. Normally I would see something a bit more familiar. Oh no, that's why human. There are 2 human options. So this is just for mammalian in case you're not necessarily human, but then there is like stuff that we can more recognize. So we'll stick with like a human, just so it makes it somewhat more easy for me to not fuck up every name of everything there's ever is. Next. Okay. Now here's the cool bit, the traits. This is like where you do like your character creator in CK2 and you got to give yourself all like the lustful and that kind of nonsense. Except not that much. You only get 2 points. But you can pick up to 4 traits. So there's a bit of a balancing act going on here. You can't go mental and do a massive sort of hundreds of different like ups and downs. So you can pick 1 trait out of 2. Then you're kind of stuck with 1 trait, which kind of sucks. Or you could do a bit of balance, maybe 2 1s. There are some like 5. So if you take extremely adaptive, you're going to have to do a bit of balancing and like really kind of negate yourself. So if I take that, I have to like give back 3, which I could do with. Is there anything that just give me that back straight away? No. So extreme adaptive it makes it really easy to go like take over any kind of planet, which makes your species much more like the Irish, like a fungus that shows up everywhere and sets up a pub. So we're not going to go for that, but it is a bit of a balancing act. So as we are the Irish, I think we should pick traits that really reflect the Irish. Maybe the Northern Irish, maybe the Republic of Ireland. You know,
all this. Oh, we could call ourselves United. I'd say we could call ourselves the United Irish People or something like there, but that could cause a serious political problem for me. I'm just picturing the comments if anyone ever watched my videos. But that's just an in-joke for myself, really. So I'm obviously intelligent. I'm trying to think of which would be a really cool way to go. You see, I'm tempted to go rapid breeders. The reason I'm tempted to go that is because the Irish do. Oh, we have a reputation. We do, don't we? So we do tend to show up and just one person shows up. Next week, there's 5 Irish people there. All the same family, of course. Just trying to think. We could always be decadent, but there's slaves in this game, which is quite interesting, considering like it's not really a thing in CK2. But now we're so far in the future, slaves have come back. Apparently, who knew? That would be a thing. So I'm trying to think. What would be cool? What would be a good way to describe? I'm thinking charismatic because I'm fairly chatty, and that gives us other species habits. They'll like us a bit better. Everybody likes the Irish. Let's be fair. And I'm thinking rapid breeders. So I'm thinking that's the 2 we go for, and that leaves us there. So we'll breed quickly, and people will like us. Sounds perfect. Next. So I'm going to be a dude. I am going to, of course, be called Madgod, because what else would I call myself? We can change the way we look. I need to find the palest son of a bitch. You look fairly pale. The hairstyle, though, needs... Oh, that's a hefty beard that man has. We'll just go for a bit of stubble. Oh, wait, no, we can change more stuff. Wow, how many... I keep forgetting how many hairstyles there are. Oh yeah, so there's one hairstyle and then all the beard reiterations. I look like a lumberjack. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go for that. I'm not really... We won't be looking at me all that often. Green! There we go. That's perfect. So we are the Irish. I've got a bit of a cold today. I do apologise if I come across like that. The home world will, of course, be Ireland, because in the other system, there we go. So that's gonna just, we're going for the full Celticness. We got the homeland of, we conquered the world. Sorry everyone, we own this shit now. Or we found our own planet and we turned it into a massive pub. It was brilliant. So we can actually set it up at Deneb. So we can't actually like replicate the star system we exist in, but let's not do that because that's boring. We don't want to do that. No. Yeah, we'll stick with the normal looking cities for mammalian people because otherwise it won't make a lot of sense. Here's where it gets interesting now. We can pick our ethics. How do we like approach the world? There's a militarist, which, funnily enough, is about the military. There's xenophobic, so we could be sort of. We don't really like anybody else, but we're completely fine taking them as slaves. Individualist, so we can be all about our, being together. It's all about the individual, which can have some. It's all about the money. Materialist, so it's all about, just getting really curious about things. And there's pacifist, obviously, very not a bit hippie-ish. More food, less war. Xenophile, we love the aliens. Oh, we love the aliens. Come around for a cup of tea, aliens. There's the collectivist, so we like to work together. It's all about big society, a bit more communist. So we got capitalist and communist essentially. We've got the spiritualists, which those care about the spirit, those who care about science, pretty much. So we got religion, science. We've got love the aliens, don't like the aliens. We got war and peace. It's that kind of stuff. Then you have the extreme variant. Now you only get 3 points, so you can take essentially a orange and a blue, and that will sort of decide your society. Will give you all different kind of bonuses, as you can sort of see when I'm hovering over them, and you can go for a bit of a mix and match. You can go extreme on one and then just a nice little sort of backup, or you can go 3 little ones, and depending on what you pick here unlocks what kind of government you get to choose from. So right now, without picking anything, I can be an indirect democracy, so we hold an election every year, like essentially you vote for politicians. That's what we're in right now. We can be a plutocratic oligarchy. I really don't like doing this with cold. It makes it hard to say the big words. So this is where the rich the rich rule. And we also get more money because we're in that. And we don't have many elections. So if I pick this one right now, Madgod will be in charge for 40 to 50 years. I'll probably maybe get close to dying. Although I can live a lot longer space. The science have got a bit longer. The whiskey doesn't hit you as hard. There's of course the Despotic Empire, where it's essentially each ruler can build an oversized military station. So this essentially, you're a bit of the Nazis. You're fascists in that sense. So you got the rich, the democracy, and that kind of stuff. Depending on what we pick here, you'll see other ones start to highlight on what we can actually pick. So first we need to decide what we're going to be. We are the Irish, so I think I'm going to like I'm charismatic, so it makes sense to be, we want to go chat to people. We want to go make friends no matter where they're from. It'll be grand. We'll be xenophile. But I don't want to take an orange. I want to take blues. Or cyan? Whatever color you'd call that? I don't know. So let's see. So if we go collectivist, we're kind of okay with slavery because it's for the good of society. I think slavery tolerance plus 50. That's a weird one. I'm not sure how to interpret that, but we eat less food. So not only will we breed quicker, we won't eat so much. That's an interesting one. We are fairly... The Irish are known for their religion. And also you can't pick the conflicting one, so you can't become a capitalist, a religious capitalist in that kind of sense, which is kind of interesting. The Irish are fairly spiritual. Religion is a thing that we're known for. I'm just trying to think what would the other one be. So we can't be materialist anymore, so we're not going to be as scientific, which I kind of hate because all my other playthroughs I've been really focused on the science. We can't go xenophobic because we like everybody. Can we go individualist? I'm tempted to go militaristic. But because we do fight a lot. The Irish do fight a lot. Let's be honest. We're going to be totally honest. We do like a bit of a brawl. So we'll fight you, but we'll shake your hand after. Is the way I said. So as you can see, because we selected these different ones, we now get different. So we can be a military republic. So we hold an election every 5 years. Our army upkeep goes down, our ship upkeep goes down, and we get happiness from being in war, which is cool. We can be a military junta, junta. I'm not entirely sure. We don't hold elections as much. Ships cost down and ship upgrading cost down, which is quite nice if you've got a big fleet. A military dictatorship, I don't think I'm going to go for. The naval capacity, I prefer. What I've sort of found so far is I tend to build a few big ships and then I fuck everyone shit up. At the start you'll need a few small ships because you don't know how to build a big ship. But then once I start building big ships, I will build the big ship, and everyone else so far has had little ships. And when I send in my big ship, they tend to go, oh my fucking god, look at the big ship, boom, and then they all die. We could be a theocratic republic. Moving on from that, a theocratic oligarchy, or a divine mandate. Each ruler can build a tomb. Oh, so that's interesting. So as you can see, we're kind of missing out on a few of the, shall we say, the nicer ones. And as you can see, different ones. So if I went pacifist, I could get an enlightened monarchy. And different things have different. And I'm not really sure which one I like. This obviously helps on keeps the costs down, and trust me, sometimes these things they will eat. But I am thinking to go for this one because more minerals and more money is good. So I think we're gonna let the rich rule shit. If which is kind of weird considering our layout. It's that you kind of go plutocratic with maybe individualist, and that would give you a massive energy bump. And that's plus 15% of those two combined, which is I Should I? Maybe I should probably stick to character, shouldn't I? Ooh, this is a big choice. This is a big choice. My 2 playthroughs right now, I've done Indirect Democracy and Science Directorate. Science Directorate is pretty cool because it gives you more research options. But I need to be in character. No, we're gonna be a military junta. So ships will cost a lot less. Oh no. Right, actually, I'm going to go military republic. We're going to be a republic because Ireland is partly a republic, and this seems to like go into the character. So being a military republic, geez, Madgod might not be, of course, name, and we will be. Let's see what they suggest. Randomized name. They have no idea what to call us. I'm trying to, like, there's a lot of key words that I have to avoid considering Irish history. So we will be yeah, fuck it. We're gonna go hard on this. The United Irish Nations. There we go. So no, the United Irish. Yes. So all the Irish nations have come together in a coalition. No. Oh, hang on. Forget United. We will be the Federation. That's how you spell it. Of Irish people. No, Irish folk. There we go. And the adjective will be the Irish. So we got the Federation of Irish Folk. And that is going to be us. Now we can decide a flag. The important bit, ladies and gentlemen. The flag. I love it just considered pointing. So let's see. We are the. Let's see if there's anything that like really immediately stands out as that's so fucking Irish. Wee bit on that front. So we're looking something that. There we go. That's perfect. We're looking no primary. So we're looking the greens. There we go. I don't really like that. Oh, that I can just change this, can't I? So there we go. That's perfect. There we go. Keep it simple. Oh, it'll be glorious. We'll even set it to green. So all green all the time. We are the Federation of Irish Folk, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we are going to decide what is going to be our opening weapon. What is it that we use? And I'm thinking we're going to just use guns. Someone living in range, their kinetic energy, fire can choose through shields at ease. Or we go for the nuclear. Let's go nuclear. Because we're the Irish, why not? Now, here's an interesting one. How we travel in space. So, this is a big kind of choice. Like, I'm tempted to go warp travel, only because I've only used that so far. And if I go like hyperspace, the temporary breach of the dimension of hyperspace instead travels fast and limited existing paths along the hyperspace network. So, warp travel, you won't get as far quickly, but considering for reasons that are going to come up later, I don't know how this works. So I'm kind of cautious on that until I've had a chance to play. We'll use warp travel. It's a bit slower, but I prefer to warp travel. I don't want to go. This is the interesting bit because choices are fun. Interstellar travels fast but limited existing paths. So this we go really fast, but there's only so far we can go. This we have to. This is like you gotta build shit, and I don't really want to use that. So I'm gonna go warp travel because it's slow, but it gets you. You can get a lot of places, which I kind of want. I'll just stick with the classic ships as well. So this is us, ladies and gentlemen. We are xenophilic. We enjoy the other aliens, militaristic, and spiritualist. So Crusades, everybody. We're charismatic and we breed like bunnies. There may be bunny species. Who knows? Because we're not quite there yet. So, oh, shit. That is actually technically the end of the first part. But, fuck it. We're going off-road. And we're going to actually kick things off a little bit north. Because we're not ready just yet. So, I think we'll go medium. Medium's pretty good. But we are going to bump up the number of nations. So there's going to be 24 different nations. They may look similar in cases. This is interesting because you can bump. It's like lucky nations kind of thing from the other games, where it's like historically these nations did quite well. So let's start them off. This will give four people who are going to have a bit of a bump, which I'm okay with. We'll keep it normal difficulty because yeah, everybody can use any FTL. So there may be some nations out there that use the wormhole, some that use the hyperspace. And we'll all have to adapt. Iron Man mode is as Iron Man mode is. You can't cheat, and saving is you only get one save file. So let's have a look. Let's get into the game and see where we're going to start. I will pause it immediately because begin. So this is us, the Federation of Irish Folk, rulers of Military Republic, Madgod, I am the King, or the President, El Presidente. We're the Irish species. We have warp travel. The capital is Ireland. We've got our traits. We prefer the continental planet. So because that's where we started, you can sort of see that we'll get a bit of bumps. So continental habitat, yeah, we're best in the continental kind of places. In the eon since the first primitive Irish communities took shape on the grassy savannas of Ireland, okay, our civilization has spread and prospered. Many wars were fought between our early nation states, and those who could not defend themselves disappeared or were absorbed by stronger neighbours. There we go. These endless wars fostered a strong martial tradition, and to this day, full citizenship is reserved for those who have proved willing to sacrifice themselves in defence of the state. Now, after the successful creation of several experimental subspace fields, the finest minds of the Federation of Irish Folk have finished development of the first warp drives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp to build a pub on. Blah, 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 blah.
I am Veer, a prototype synthetic intelligence developed under utmost secrecy by the military.
We are going to yeah, so this is our little tip bot. He will pop up every so often, and this is Stellaris. So as you can see, this is the planet here. We've got a nice F class. So F-type stars are fairly large and often referred to as yellow-white dwarfs. Although they often emit significant amounts of UV radiation, their wide habitable zones have a good chance of supporting life-bearing worlds. Okay, so we're going to be getting a bit of a tan or cancer. We got a bit of an asteroid belt, which is cool. So this is our star system. This is the Era star system. We've got a few different planets with moons. So we got we can rename shit as well. So if it is in, I believe if it's within our grasp, we can rename shit, or if we conquer it. We can of course rename the system at any time if we want to. We can rename.
Our home world and the capital of our empire.
Can we rename it?
The planet summary screen, which we are currently. The leaders tab lets us hire.
Shush. Ireland. Maybe we can't rename planets. I thought we could. Oh, we can. Brilliant. So if I go out, so I can rename everything. Cool. If I have control of it, I can rename it because this is like the big map. So this is the star system that we are going to be playing in, and as we see, we are a southwestern, and so down here. There's going to be all the other nations are going to be all spread out around here. There's the galactic core. You can't get in there because that's not a place for you to go. There are fallen empires. It's kind of shitty that we're all the way out here. The reason being, the closer you get to the galactic core, the more dense. You can sort of see here. There's a bit all in here is very dense. There's a lot of different sectors. Down here, the stars are going to be a bit limited. Now, as we expand, we're going to want to try. As you can sort of see that green bubble. Although at the moment this is all I know about. That green bubble is like the sphere of my influence. Anything that falls in there, which includes two of our star systems. So we have the Hexam system, and we have the Bij system. So because they already fall within my sphere of influence, I have I have all the rights to them. I can go. I don't need to colonize them. I can just fly in there, and if any of these planets have any resources, I can just build a mining thing and go, that's mine. That's fine. I don't need to sell. I don't need to expand. But I can only do that within my green sphere of influence. One of the tricks, especially early game, is when you colonize and you find planets to colonize, you want to make sure that that green blob kind of takes up a good bit of space and like engulfs other star systems without necessarily being too close. So I could like maybe colonize there, that would expand me to there, and that wouldn't really do. If I could take that, however, potentially my sphere of influence will then encompass all 3 of these stars and these 2 already, and maybe might expand out to that one as well, and then I can expand out to there, and then we'll grow and connect our border essentially in space, and then I will get access to resources. The more star systems my influence is, the better off I'll be, because I'll have more access to resources, more planets to colonize, and it'll be good times for everybody. So as you can see the UI, this is the introductory. If you're already familiar with Stellaris, the last 20 minutes have been completely pointless. So we got the Empire, which is all this here. My governors, scientists, admirals, generals. So these lead my ground troops, these lead my ships, these do my research, and these guys rule my planets for me. With my orders, my contacts, diplomacy. I'll keep that guy on in case I get anywhere I've never been before, in which case I will need his help to explain things, or if I get confused. So we don't know anybody yet. We will find people. The ship designer. Yep. We can redesign ships, alter what weapons they use, what radar systems, engines, whatever functionality they have, how much power they have. We will need to research science for that. Which of course,
situation log displays a list of all
that's not where we want to go. The situation log is like quests you have, things that happen within space. Say if there's debris you should go and pick up and might get some extra research from.
The technology screen is
Technology screen, thank you little buddy. So we'll have the research, so we decide various different trees. What's weird about this is it gives 3, but you like once I research say this, I'll be given 3 other options that may not be these 2. So it will alter, it will change. And depending on what you research will then, of course, it'll unlock other things down the line. But it's I had no idea what the research tree looks like, but it's fucking huge. And you get 3 different sort of sectors. You got your physics research, which is energy, buildings, power, that kind of stuff. You got society, which is like that one we're gonna have to do straight away. That's to colonize other shit. And engineering, which is build new cool things like exoskeletons. That sounds awesome. Resources, energy, which is essentially money. Bizarrely, apparently power is all the rage. Minerals, which is this little diamond. Influence is my ability to do other things. Will affect... we'll come to what it exactly affects, but it will like... everything. So build edicts, expand. There are something where you don't need an SG to colonize called frontier outposts. It like creates green control areas in a star system, and then does a border without the need to colonize. The problem is it eats up some of your tick on that. Right now I'm only +3. It's not a lot. You are limited how many resources you have. You can build buildings to expand your storage essentially. These are my science, so every turn I'm getting 5 physics, 5 society, and 5 engineering research. Strategic resources. There's various different resources that can be discovered through research. Always fun to find, and then that will sort of go, well, I want that planet because it has the puppy resource that I really want. The number of planets I can control. I can control 5, then I have to set up like sub-governors or sector governors to take over for me. And the number of ships that I have is up to 12. Right now I have a small military fleet of 3. They're 3 tiny little ships. Yep. Bigger ships may take up, so if I build a big ship, it might have a 5 by itself. So that'll be cool. And yeah, this is how it's going to begin, ladies and gentlemen. This is the birth of the Federation of Irish Folks space journey, and I hope you stick around for it. So next time when we come back, it begins. Our journey to conquer everything will begin. And I hope to see you all there. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and leave any messages or any. Obviously, you just comment. If you played Stellaris, let me know. Is hyperspace any good? Because I have no fucking clue. I really should have before I started, but I don't. Oh well. And I hope to see you all soon.